Hi everybody, hope you're well. This video today is going to be on getting a horse blopped before 10 years old or just on 10 years old. So the first thing that I want to talk about is whenever you're starting off, okay, this doesn't really matter the order that you do this in. I'm just going to do it in a particular order. The way I'll do it is I'll start with rides and then I'll move on to training and then I will finish with competitions. But you can do it in whatever order you like. There's just one key thing you have to keep in mind. You have to do the most that you can do each day with the horse. Okay, so I'll get started. The first thing I'm going to mention is because I'm starting off with rides, I want to make sure that my EC, the EC that I use is located somewhere, either a forest or a mountain, because this particular horse needs to have stamina, dressage and jumping bolted, because those are the top 3 genetic skills. So forest and mountain, we're going to have to do forest because forest has dressage and it has jumping, and we're going to have to do mountain because it's got stamina for this horse. So depending on whatever horse, you might only need to do one type of ride, but I've put it in my equestrian centre and I have the ability to cancel the stay because I've used VIP. If you don't have that, you can also maybe ask a friend to put the foal in an AC for you, whatever one, and then you could cancel the stay and then you could put it into the opposite type. So I'll put this into mountain once I'm done forest rides. So I'll get started with that. Okay, so whenever I start doing this, I want to see what's the most I can manage. So 6.5 hours on this horse isn't enough. Well, that's too much. So if we go to 6 hours, we could do 97 because it's not over 100% energy. So what I'll do is I'll give it a carrot and I'll click 6 hours. I'll stroke, drink, then I'll feed my horse. So my horse has it's over 20% energy. Then what I'll do is I'll age it and I'll do the same thing again. So I'll click 6 hours, I will groom, give it a carrot, go take it on the rides, stroke, drink, and then feed it the maximum that I can. But this time it's only got 18, so if you end up in that little situation, you could put it in the meadow or alternatively just stick it in an AC box for a few hours and then we've brought it back up. Now we don't want to do lessons, and the reason we don't want to do lessons is because lessons take away 30% energy. And okay, that's important if you're doing skillers, you need to do lessons every day with skillers, but this is just a blop, and therefore we only want to focus on getting it done with the least amount of resources as possible. So we would repeat this over and over until we stop gaining skills from this. So I'll stop there and I'll come back with it closer to there. Okay, so we're back. In case I didn't mention before, and maybe you don't know this, you might already do, so the reason I was saying about moving it into either a forest or mountain EC, and the reason I'm using it in a forest EC right now, and because I'm doing forest rides, is because you gain forest rides faster if you're located in a forest EC. If I wasn't in a forest EC, it would take twice as long. So now you can see that I can't gain any more skills from that, so we're going to move to mountain. Now because I can cancel the stay, I'm going to move it into a mountain EC. If you can't do this, it's not the end of the world. It is going to take a little bit longer to blow up, but it won't be too bad. So don't worry too much if you haven't got that. And if you can get boxes with showers, it'll take a little less energy, because I will probably get this done a bit quicker than I would without a shower. So we'll continue with the mountain rides. So we'll look for 6 hours. 6 hours is the same, so we'll go with 6 hours each day as well. And as I've said, if you can do a little bit extra, you see we've ended up with 35. Okay, so that does take it under 20, but we can put it in the stable for a little bit and bring the energy back up to 20. So the whole principle is to do as much as you can every day to complete it. And you just want to keep repeating that until you can no longer get anything from the mountain rides, if you need to do the rides in mountains. So I'll stop that there and then I'll come back when I've done. Okay, so we're back. I've finished mountain. As you can see here, it's all gone. Now I used a mountain AC to do that a little bit because I cancelled the stay. So my horse is 4 years old now. Now, if you can only put your horse in either a forest or a mountain, it is going to take a little bit longer, but it shouldn't end up leaving you that you need to go over. So I'll age it now and I'll go to training. So I know that I need to do, on this particular horse, I need to do stamina, dressage and jumping, because they're the top 3 genetic skills. So I will show you me doing each of those. Okay, so I'm going to take it off the automated so I can show you exactly what I'm going to do. So dressage, we could go up to 10 hours because we can get 90. Okay, so we've done the most we could do. We could do a little bit more because our horse is over 20%. And we'll age it now again, and this time I will train jumping. And we'll see what's the most we can do with that. Okay, we could go over 7 hours. Okay, so 7.5. We'll do 7.5 hours. And then we'll age it again, and now I'll do a little bit of stamina. So we could do, maybe we could do 7. No, it's too much. Okay, 6.5. Now it will depend if you have a shower, obviously, on your horse or in the box and things like that. They're going to impact on how much. It's also going to impact how much health and morale. If your horse is low health and morale, it's going to take more energy to do less, if this makes sense. So you might have been able to do several hours with 100% on each, but you'll be able to do less. So always make sure you groom your horse first and your horse is in good health. So what I'll do is I'll finish doing all these, and I'll continue doing the same thing. I will not spend energy anywhere else but on these 3 things. I could be right back. Okay, so I finished all the training of the 3 skills for this particular horse that's important. So now I want to do the competitions. Now bear in mind, I'm not going to be trying to get wins on this horse. If you're lucky enough to get wins, all 20, that's great, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to show you that it is possible. But if you want to still get 20 wins before 10 years, I would advise making sure that you either use the technique of filling with lower horses to try and get wins, and you might need 2 friends to help you with theirs. So this horse is 7 years and 4 months, and when you want to, I know that the competition type I'm going to have to do in this particular horse is cross country, because cross country, stamina, dressage and jumping are the important skills. So we'll click on classical riding and we'll equip the horse. Now obviously if you're not using auto competitions, you're going to have to go in and click. Now as you can see, this is why I know that these are 3 skills that I need, because they're shown up here. Horse entering cross country must be good in stamina, jumping and dressage. So we'll enter one of those. And as you can see, that's increased on those 3 skills. So I'm just going to pause it again, and I'm going to continue entering those competitions until there's no more I need to enter. Okay, so I entered competitions until the 3 skills of this, the 3 top genetic skills of this horse bolted. As you can see, if we go down, scroll down the side here, you can see where we were still gaining skills, and then when the last time we did it, it just managed energy and didn't add on anything, and you can see that those 3 skills have bolted, and the horse is 8 years old. So I could leave that horse for a little while and see if I get any wins. Alternatively, I could use the last 2 years of this horse's before 10 years to go in and enter other competition types in hopes that I get some wins, or could maybe put it in trot and use filler or something like that. But that's really just a really basic way. I know there's a couple of problems with it, like if you don't have fillers it could be an issue and stuff like that, but it's just about getting it done as quickly as possible. This isn't so much about technique. There are ways of blopping to make it easier to get wins and things like that, but this isn't the point of this video. This video is just to show you that how quickly you can get it done. You can get it done before 10 years. So I hope you had a lovely day, guys, bye bye.